Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to study about فعل verb. So there are few points to learn before we go in detail. In Arabic, 97% or more or less verbs have three letters: fa, ain, and lam. So they are presented with these three alphabets. So there is no change in the vowel of lam and fa, but the vowel of ain can be dhamma, fatha, or kasra. In Arabic, verbs start in the past tense and with the third person singular, he. In Arabic, verbs have different categories. We call them abwab. So here are 6 categories: hasiba, karoma, sami'a, fataha, daraba, nasara. Now we need to understand that there are 3 alphabets: ha, sa, ba, fa, a, la. So fa comes here, ain comes here, and in last lam comes here. So we see here fatha and fatha, fatha and fatha, but in between, in the place of ain, we see kasra. It's change. Again, next one, karoma. Fa comes here and lam comes here, but in the place of ain, we see dhamma. No change in fa, no change in lam place. We see fatha, fatha, here fatha and fatha. But in the place of ain, we see dhamma. And next one, sami'a. This is place of fa because we follow fa, a, la. Fa, a, la. Okay, this is fa, this will be a, this will be la. So we see here fatha and fatha, fatha and fatha. But in the place of ain, we see here kasra. The next one, fataha. Fataha, fa, ta, place of ain, and ha, place of la. All of them have fatha, fatha, and fatha. The same here. The next one, daraba, fatha, fatha, fatha. No change. Nasara, next one, fatha, fatha, and fatha. So now we see here fa'ala. It means he did. Fa'ala. Here we can see that it is singular third person and it is in the past tense. And next one, here we have huwa for singular, huma for two people, mean they. Hum is for plural, more than 2. So kataba, he wrote. So we see fatha, fatha, and fatha. Kataba, he wrote. And when we talk about dual, we need to add alif. Kataba, that means 2 people wrote. Kataba, he wrote. Kataba, 2 people wrote. Huma. Now hum, it's for plural. Katabu. Hum katabu. We use waw and alif. They wrote. Masculine plus feminine. This one, or only masculine. But when we go next one, here for she wrote, we say instead of kataba, we say katabat. We use ta. If we want to say she wrote, we say katabat. If we say he wrote, kataba. She wrote, katabat. And two, dual, huma, katabata. Katabat, katabata. And if there are more than two females, so we say katabna. Again, katabat, she wrote. Katabata, two females wrote. And katabna, more than two females wrote. So this is the way. Again here, kataba, he wrote. Kataba for dual, they wrote. But when we say kataba, that means there are two people. And katabu, they wrote, for plural, hum. Katabat, she wrote. Katabata, it means there are two females. Katabna, more than two females wrote. Now here we see Samia. Samia, he heard. Again, we need to understand that he heard. Third person singular and past tense. He heard. And Samia, again we added alif and for two people. Two people heard. Sami'u, more than two. They heard. Sami'at, she heard. When we use for female, we add ta. Sami'ata, two females heard. Sami'na, so they heard. When we say sami'na, it means these are all females. So next one, Fataha. Here we see all fatah. In the place of fa, in the place of ain, and in the place of lam. All fatah. So he opened. Again we need to note that he, third person singular, open, past tense. Fataha, for two people we add alif. They open. Fatahu, it's for plural. Fatahat, she opened. Fatahata, for two females, they open. Fatahna, they open, but more than two females. Kharaja, he exited. Kharaja, two people exited. Kharaju, they exited. And for female, we can do kharajat. Here, ta, kharajat, kharajata, kharajna. Kharajat, kharajata, kharajna. Kharajat, she exited. Kharajata, again two females exited. And kharajna, they exited, but more than two females. Zahaba, he went. Zahaba, two people went. Zahabu, they went. Then For feminine, we say zahabat, zahabata, zahabna. Zahabat, she went. Zahabata, for two females, they went. Zahabna, they went, for female. Shariba, he drank. Shariba, two people, they drank. Sharibu, they drank, more than two. Then for feminine, sharibat, sharibata, sharibna. Next one, fahima, he understood. So again, we need to keep in mind that in Arabic, verbs start with third person singular and in past tense. Fahima. And now here we see fa has fatha here, ain has kasra here, and lam has fatha here. So fahima, he understood. Fahima, he understood. For two people, fahima, they understood. Fahimu, more than two people, they understood. For feminine now, fahimat, she understood. Fahimata and fahimna. Fahimat, fahimata, fahimna. Next one, ja'ala. In Quran, many places we find ja'ala, he made. Ja'ala, for two people, they made. Ja'alu, they made, more than two people. And for feminine, ja'alat, ja'alata, ja'alna. Ja'alat, she made. Ja'alata, for two females, they made. Ja'alna, they made, for plural females. Hafiza, he preserved. Hafiza, for dual. Hafizu. Khalaqa, he created. Again, just for revision, he, third person singular and past tense. Third person singular and past tense. Khalaqa, dual. Khalaqu. For feminine, khalaqat, khalaqata, khalaqna. Wajada, he found. Wajada, dual, they found. Wajadu, they found. Wajadat, wajadata, wajadna. Sa'ala, he asked. Sa'ala, dual. Sa'alu. Sa'alat, sa'alata, sa'alna. Qatala, he killed. Qatala, dual, they killed. Qatalu, for feminine or for female. Qatalat, she killed. Qatalata, dual, they killed. Qatalna. Inshallah, keep practice with this, and when you recite Quran, now try to understand and find how verbs work there. Assalamu alaikum.